Alan, that was a mixture of the good, the bad and the ugly, really.
Well, let's focus on the good. We've scored 6 goals, and I think some of the football for the goals today was as good as what we've done. You know, so it would be very easy for me to talk about us not controlling the game from the first minute to the last. You know, I would have liked us to have obviously not conceded the goals, but I don't think we'll probably be doing the team justice if we talk about just the ones we conceded, because some of the goals we scored were that good. You know, and listen, I'd like to win the game 6-0. You know, but the lads at the back have been great recently. You know, and it's not easy when you've got a team who's just pumping balls into the box, and they've got a 6'4" striker and a couple of other big ones. I'd like to see them deal with it better. Yes, of course I would. But you know, they are going to get an opportunity. But I'd like to focus on how good we were going forward today.
If we look at the first half, excellent. Yeah. Nothing at all really you could criticise there. 3-0 up at half time, could have been more.
I think the biggest thing at half time, what we spoke, was complacency, because we were so good. You know, I thought at 3-0, and I thought probably 10 minutes before or 5 minutes before half time, I thought at times it become too easy for one or two, and we started then to maybe over elaborate on passes and decision making when we spoke about a half time. You know, we have to go on and win the game 4-0, 5-0, 3-0 if it worst case scenario. And you know, at one point I'm thinking, you know, what we're doing, lads, we're shooting ourselves in the foot. And then obviously Dominique's bit of class comes out and settles everything down again.
When you get them, they pull it back to 3-2 and then again to 4-3. You've used the phrase yourself. In the past, we might have folded, but again, we rolled the sleeves up and finished it off.
Well, it's a little bit of a happy medium, really, because sometimes it's good to see that, because you get to see if there's a bit more character than what you'd actually thought. And I thought the lads, you know, listen, from the beginning of the season to now, we're a completely different team. And I think that's the biggest thing. You know, I honestly believe that we're still improving. You know, I think the signs are there. I think last week we've missed 4 important players, and it just disrupted our momentum a little bit. And today we were back on it. You know, and as you can see from the result, you know, it should have been emphatic, and in the end the scoreline says it was emphatic. But there was a period in the game where, you know, it did get a little bit. I'm thinking, oh, no, not one of these days.
Big Dominique, of course, has come back from international duty. Absolutely outstanding, a hat-trick. You can't ask for more than that. I think he scored with 3 different balls, so we're not quite sure which one it is he's going to get to take home with him.
I think the most important thing for Dom is that he's got 1 ball. Yeah. So that's all he's happy with. You know, he doesn't make any difference whether it's the one he scored the first, the second or the third with. He's got a big smile on his face, and I spoke about in the press conference on Thursday that I'm delighted that he's coming back by going, because his confidence would have been sky high. He's come back and he's got a big smile on his face. He's seen his family for the first time, some of them, and it was emotional, but it's given him a lot of confidence. And you know, to be honest, I wouldn't mind him going away a little bit more often if he keeps coming back and scoring like that. But it shows you that, you know, that he's an important player for us.
Fantastic entertainment value all round there though, Alan. 6-3, it could have been 6-0, it could have been 3-0, but 6-3. If we did it 6-3 every week, we'd be quite happy.
I would be. I don't know about how it's going to do for me hair, and I haven't got any grey hair at this moment in time. So I don't intend to invest in any dye either to try and hide it, you know. But listen, I didn't actually ever think that they were going to pull it back to level. You know, I don't know why. I just didn't. I felt as if it was just a kick up the backside, and as soon as they scored, we responded every time, which was great to see. But I'd just like to see us respond at 3-0 rather than at 3-1 and 3-2.